Hi, my name is Glenn Bady, U.S. Life Master. I would like to show a game that I played against International Master Brian Smith. This game was played at the World Open Chess Tournament, Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, June 30th, 2008. The World Open prize fund is over $300,000. In the open section, first prize is $25,000. The strongest players in the U.S. and abroad play in this tournament every year. In the first round, I was paired with the Grandmaster Strength International Master Brian Smith. The game was a Sicilian Nydroth variation. I preferred to play sharp positions. Therefore, I was comfortable in the opening and middle game. I was playing white. The Nydroth variation, the English attack. This allows the Carrer's attack. Nevertheless, black sets up a small, compact center. Most true Nydroth players prefer to play e5. This is a very complicated position, although white can play the more positional move of knight to f3 instead of knight to b3. With the e5 move, black made a big hole on d5, but his active piece play gave him plenty of opportunities to create counterplay. Brian played e6. g4. Of course, I'm going to play the super sharp Carrer's attack, named after the super grandmaster Paul Carrer's. By the way, his book on endgames is still the best around. Get it? What is white trying to achieve in this position? White is stating that he will advance on the king side, gaining space. Black must be careful that he is not pushed off the board. If e5 is a main line in this position. And the position just gets crazy from here. Black has a number of possibilities in this position. The main idea for black is to undermine white's strong knight on f5 by a totally crazy position. It's extremely difficult to evaluate. Black's pawn center is soundly blocked, and his bishop on g7 is facing its own pawns. White position has -2. f3 square might become weak, and his dark square sniper doesn't have a target. A very complicated position. I'll play white or black in such positions. I captured the pawn because I couldn't remember the main variations of g5. Brian is a true Nydroth player. He doesn't waste time on grabbing the h5 pawn. Instead, he gains space on the queen side and gets ready to develop his bishop on a strong diagonal. It's difficult to say where the light sniper should travel to. Maybe g2. But then I have no control over c4. I just wanted to split his nice pawn structure and give my rook the g file to operate it on. Take a close look at Brian's pawn structure. Very compact, very neat, controlling key entry squares and ready to advance once he develops all his pieces, keeping the pawn structure intact. A typical Nidorf move, kicking my knight out of the center before advancing his central pawns. Black has achieved his goal. He had pushed my knight onto a less active square, b3, and advanced his central pawns. I was not worried, because white did nothing wrong. I developed my pieces, and I also realized that with the positioning opening up, I'll have play also. It won't be a one-sided game. I welcome the challenge. I think the prior moves was force. I was happy with my position. It's unclear, but those are the positions I like to play. Both kings are in the center. Typical Nidorf craziness. This is the position Brian was aiming for. So was I. I didn't mind my king being in the center because my pieces are actively placed and my space advantage should be able to shield my king. Also, I was going to march my king over to the protective cover of its queenside pawns. If therefore if rook takes d7, Brian have the nasty check, check, check. I sure didn't want to enter this position. Brian wants to get rid of the h4 pawn because it can become dangerous with moves like h5. Rook to d7. We were both in time trouble at this point. What a beautiful move. This is one of the best moves that I have ever played. A rook on an empty square, forking the queen and bishop. Checkmate. One of the best games that I have ever played. Thanks for watching. Good chess. Good luck. Cheers.